But Rick's really cool. Like Rick is his sister Josephine will be here tonight. Was my regular from like day one, and that's the way it passes down through generations.
Rick Marin. I used to hang out at the Melody in the early '90s up until they closed, and my older sister was from the original crew that hung out there from the days of Matt Pinfield, and he inadvertently got me into all this music that I didn't even know existed when I was like 13, 14. I was riding around in the car with my sister, and she's playing these tapes that she told me, oh yeah, my friend Matt Pinfield made me his mixtape. And there were all these bands like Depeche Mode and The Smiths and The Cure and Buzzcocks and Gang of Four and New Order. And I was just like, what is all this music? You know, this is like 84, 85. And I never heard any of this music before, and I was just like, it opened up a whole new world to me, of music that I had never heard before. And without even knowing it, Matt was the one that got me into all this music. And I became obsessed ever since then, and I've been a hardcore fan. I mean, I was a fan of music since I was 5, but I was listening to, what now is known as classic rock, growing up with like Zeppelin and Pink Floyd. But you know what? It hasn't ended, because the music is still out there. It might not be at the Melody, but it's out there in the scene, on the internet, out in the ether. There are tons of bands out there that have been able to get exposure through the internet. We don't have places like the Melody anymore. We're around here anyway. Maybe in the city, if you're in the city, then you get to know a lot of these bands that come out of like Williamsburg and that scene.